Oh, shoot.
This is a Rick Code exclusive.
Pick that bitch up, put it in that drink. I'm trying to see, put the blue carousel on that bitch. I'm trying to see what you gonna do with it. And what the fuck is this called?
It's a pina colada.
It's a pina colada. Ooh. With the blue carousel. Why his ain't drip like yours?
His drip better than mine because his got the cherry juice going down. And it got the...
Oh yeah, that hoe look like it's really hit. Yeah. And what this is just a pina colada.
Yeah.
This shit look way different than every pina colada I ever seen. For it to just be a pina colada. You gotta come up with your like this. I'm saying this is like a rest. Like, is you adding the shit or
no?
Like, cause they pina coladas never look like this.
Appreciate you. This motherfucker looks
Right.
I would have got some more of the slushy stuff.
What'd you put in this?
Rum, pineapple juice, and the coconut shit.
Ooh.
Oh, my boy like that one.
Ooh.
It's good.
Oh yeah. Compliments fucking sexy like.
Damn, that hoe is fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's some bullshit. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Say. That hoe is good as hell.
Mm-hmm. Just start putting those with like a salad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That shit would be fire too.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the salads with the fruits in them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I be getting from Panera.
Mm.
Who was your homeboy? That was.
That's my white partner, Austin. He a real cool dude.
That nigga was going in.
Oh yeah, no, that nigga felt the way. I don't know what just transpired that made him ask that question, but I'm gonna answer it for him, man, to the best of my ability. Now, of course, if you are in fact a lady, you know what I mean, feel free to come in below. Let us know what you think when the time comes. I'm gonna just hit it as an audience member question. And we'll go like that. You know how it is. You know how it go. You know what it does. You know what it do. It's the Power Podcast, bitch. Episode 76. I am the Rick Code.
It's your boy Dubz 817.
You already know it's the Chad.
It's the motherfucking Chad, and we back live and direct in full effect on your motherfucking neck. What else could you expect? We came to inspect the deck, and we about to let you have all of that. You feel me? Drink of the motherfucking week, what's that?
The pina colada.
Pina colada popper, we calling it that. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the blue pina colada.
You know what I mean? It's the Nipsey pina colada. You know what I mean? And then, you know, when you go to your bartender, make sure he make it like Nipsey wanted, man. You know what I mean? We ain't doing it like the regulars. It's Memorial Day weekend, bitch. We out here motherfucking live.
It's hot as hell outside.
Like the memory of all our fallen loved ones, like the memory of all our fallen soldiers. We live. Like, let's throw it a couple dollars in V Live tonight. I don't know. We finna see how high we can get. What's the highest height? I am out of there. What it did it do? Dubz? The Chad was new.
Man, just trying to stay cool.
Hey, man.
It's fucking getting hot in the bitch out here.
It's getting hot in the bed, boy. Somebody told me the devil was lurking. I said, I ain't believe him. I went outside. I said, he might be. Feel like the devil's nutsack outside, my boy.
Hell yeah. Boy, I got in my car earlier, and I was like, nigga, why the fuck is it so hot?
Boy, then
I had
I
the
got
heat
leather
on
seats, boy.
from when I was taking the kids
Then
to
I got
school a couple
leather
days
seats,
ago.
boy. Like, I got leather seats, dog. Boy, I got in there, bitch. I said, yeah, it's time to put that on in the garage. For shit, though. For shit show. Ooh.
Let me see that jar again. The cherries.
Better than the cocktail maraschino?
Oh, yeah.
Better than the cocktail maraschino, you sure?
Well, okay. Well, the way I see it is the cocktail maraschino is good for marinating within the drink because they're so strong.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But these are like really good to eat.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking about getting them hoes, but I was like, yeah, it probably wouldn't fit with this. Them hoes big as hell.
That's my the cocktail maraschino too. Told you should have put more. My boy said, yeah. And he finna add a little drippy juice on it. I already know.
Like, that shit did look cool when it was like running down.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. He got the perfect pour on that bitch.
Look it over here.
Bitch look unbelievable.
But these hoes, for real, this was a good buy. This was definitely going on my list. In fact, I gotta get
I ain't never heard of that shit. I ain't gonna even lie.
You know, cherries are just fucking delicious in general.
Yeah,
but
nah, them joints right there, something different.
you got the
They got them
bourbon
at Total Wine. I think they were like $6.99 or $8.99 or some shit like that.
Okay. Sounds about right for some cherry price. Yeah, now I'm gonna let them bitches just sit. Because I'm curious to see what they're gonna do then.
Oh, you just let them soak in?
Yeah, except for one.
Let's go replace the cocktail caviar.
Hey, bro.
I haven't been able to find that shit nowhere.
Hey, man. Should have been a pandemic, so they probably had to do some shit. I'm pretty sure we was one of the people keeping them in business. Anyway, the fuck is up, man? You know, it's Memorial Day weekend, you know. I don't want to bury this shit, so I want to kick it out with the serious shit so we can get to the other things, man. If y'all remember, you know what I'm saying, I know it ain't dropped yet. We got probably 72 and 73 coming real soon. But episode 75, we was talking about shootings around the United States and shit, you know. And, you know, I don't want to. I want to knock on wood, man, because I wasn't trying to jinx it. But I told you where it would happen. You know, if it was in Texas, I told you where it would happen. Literally, I told y'all. I told you they're not gonna go to no Walmart. They not. You gonna rarely. You ain't gonna see that in places. Other places you'll see that, but these people out here, if they gonna do it, you know, they gonna have to do it how this lame ass nigga did it. And I ain't gonna say his name never. You know. Cause I don't want to get a nigga no fame. You know, that's what these cats be wanting. When they do that shit,
Yeah.
they be trying to, they be unimportant niggas, and they get a thrill off of, you know what I'm saying, seeing their name. So it's like, oh, well, they want to see themselves as the Columbine shooter. They want to see themselves as the black shoelace killer or some shit like that. That shit,
Right.
that shit make them wet, you know what I'm saying, around the dick parts. Lame ass niggas. But yeah, man.
Sadly, become famous in some areas.
Yeah.
Become very, you know, like paintings or shit of
Well,
their
no,
own.
and that's what I'm saying.
Becomes
Like
fucking-
some people, especially the people with a morbid sense of curiosity, yeah, those people become famous. Charlie Manson got so much. Charles Manson got so much fan mail. Any one of those dudes. I mean, what's the dude name?
Ted Bundy, they be making movies about him all the time.
They just released John Wayne Gacy unheard tapes on Netflix and shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's a curiosity thing. Like, I watch, serial killer shit like that. But I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about when they go from dead to an actual crazed fan. Like, everyone's curious about
John Lennon killer.
Right. Why you think like this. No, I'm just talking about the people that support him right now.
Oh,
like,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was women trying to marry Jeffrey Dahmer.
Right.
Like, after, not before. I'm talking about after the case, after the trial, that's when they was like, oh shit,
the exposure, the attention,
and it was like, I love him. You need to let him go. And it's like, this nigga
just
like
killed,
like
hundreds of people.
But
oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I was thinking about Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, you think about I think Jeff Dahmer killed like 17.
Yeah.
Which is still a crazy number when you talk about.
And how he did it too.
Yeah, taking life and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're not, some type of gladiator now. Not that that's right, but that's expected. If you're a sniper in the army, you got 17. Okay, well that makes sense. But you used to nigga walking around like serial killers, because a lot of serial killers don't get that many. Serial killer just means more than one. Is it 3? I can't remember, but. I think it's 3.
Yeah, I think it got to be 3.
And it got to be like related too, like what they do, because sometimes they'll do a serial murder and then it'd be like random shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they take forever to like piece it together, because it don't match like the BTK person to the Zodiac killer or some shit. Right.
So you got that type of shit going on, but man, this shit they just had, man, that shit was super tragic, man. Because even like the Columbine shooting, right? Those was like high schoolers. Not that make it like less.
Right.
But it's a certain.
There's a little bit more fight back.
Right. It's a little bit more fight back, and there's a certain level of innocence that's not associated with those. Like once you get to high school, everybody know what high school like.
Right. Mini life.
That's mini life. That's when niggas start like choosing their path.
Right.
Some niggas start doing drugs, and some niggas start preparing to go to science academies, and, you know what I mean. So it's still tragic for sure. But when they as young as these little kids was, you see the pictures and this shit, 4 and 5 year olds, and this nigga really popped up, like, and started murdering fucking kindergartners, like
all in one class, like
just murdering kindergartners, bro. Like kindergarten, first grade, second graders, bro. These kids don't even know what the fuck going on particularly. Like they probably wasn't even reacting. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't know. Oh, when they hear this, they don't know that's a gunshot. They just hear something loud.
They got kids that fucking were calling 911, reporting, telling them what was going on in other classrooms. This is where I have the issue with the law, waiting as long as they did, and stopping parents from going in to get their children.
When you said waiting as long as they did, boy, I got news you can use, boy. Talk about waiting as long as they did. I don't know if you know, they didn't actually do that.
Well,
they didn't actually do anything, bro. Look, they buried the lead on him, my boy.
It was like 75 minutes, right?
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they let CNN run with the story as if they actually did anything. They did not. The dude that killed them, I'm still looking for his name. It was an off-duty CBP agent that actually went in that bitch by himself and killed that nigga. And he got a headshot, but the bullet just grazed the top of his head.
Right.
So he had to get stitches in that same hat. That's who killed him.
That's crazy.
The police didn't do a fucking thing.
So they still didn't even do anything of what they're saying that they did.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he got a headshot from it. Had to get stitches in the top of his head. So it wasn't even like, oh well, yeah, like the dude was, yeah, he could have been
right,
a couple more inches, an inch down.
Right.
He's probably still be in there shooting people.
And then you think like, you get all this ammunition, you got all these weapons, you got this body armor and shit, and I think like, how the fuck do you get all this shit?
You
Like,
just buy it. It's not.
It just,
none of that shit is. None of that
it's
shit
just crazy to me.
None of that shit is hard to get. None of it. Literally, none of it. And I'm not saying that it should be, because like I said last time, a lot of people be advocating for, restrictions.
Parents are not
and
aware.
stuff.
The people that you're living with, the grandparents, like
Oh,
nobody's
man, that lady
consciously
said-
aware of like what
Man,
these
that man
children are
mama
doing.
That man mama said, don't judge him. He was going through some stuff. That's what his mama said.
And shot his grandmother before.
Right, shot his grandma
That's
before.
crazy.
Right, but his mama saying like, "Hey, my son was trouble. Don't give him too much."
See,
And it's
that's that.
Bitch, we ought to kill you.
That's
Like,
that mother's love shit that needs to get thrown out the window when it comes
Bruh.
to shit like that.
bruh,
Because
you hear me?
I ain't trying to hear that. Now when it comes to that, I love my child, but he fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get everything. Can't deny that wasn't yours, but you're basically like condoning the situation.
Peep that. I'm sending it to your Twitter, Dubz, so you can post it, so these people can see how this shit really went down.
Right, I heard about that one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They were stopping the parents and fucking with them.
No, they actually handcuffed them and everything.
Right.
If you watch the CNN, John, the dude said that he did it. They did like that because they was thinking it was, the commander said it was a barricade situation, not an active shooter situation. And fair enough, if you're trying to assess the situation, right? But then the question becomes, you couldn't hear all the shots? When you saying it's not an active shooter, it's a barricade situation, that would insinuate that the nigga wasn't going pow, 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 pow.
You know, you think
Bah, 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 bah.
you think about these situations, and it's like, okay, you just think of just the school shootings, right? And there's a lot of them, and it's like, okay, you would think just off of common sense. Okay, we need to have some kind of like plan of action of how we're gonna attack active shooter, right? Even before that was in the 90s, which changed the whole cop plan and their arsenal of weapons, was the 2 or 3 bank robbers.
Yeah, I remember that. I never forget that one, cause
and they fucked them up because of that.
I was actually not that upset about that one.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that's if you got things like this happening, and when this happens, it's like,
well,
like
no,
where's how you have miscommunication? Why it's just so many like bullshit where it's just like, you know what?
This pisses you off for all them times that you was sitting up there and you watching all these shits, right? And you watching these motherfuckers.
Kill everybody.
Well, that part right there for sure, but. You watching these motherfuckers buy all these tanks and you see what I'm saying? Like every other day, it's like, the Dallas just got 3 new armored tanks and a barricade team.
We'll bring it out for protesters,
right?
But we won't bring it out for active shooter in an elementary school.
Black Lives Matter movement in a sick.
But you ain't got SWAT in fucking this school. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was just
You'll pop it out. They'll pop it out on your Black Lives Matter movement in a second. Now, what's so funny about that is because they literally sitting up here acting as if, it was a presumed shooter. So like, okay, we don't know how to behave. Well, they didn't want to approach. Well, ain't that the same argument that they use every time they kill a black person?
Mm-hmm.
That they thought the person was armed.
Right.
And that they you know what I mean, had to act swiftly, which makes you think like, okay.
Yep.
Well, we know what's up with that.
Mm-hmm.
We know what that's about. You know what that's coming from. Like, this shit is literally the most despicable shit I ever heard the police doing. And I'm not even on no like black man, rah, rah, rah shit. I'm talking about from a motherfucking. I'm talking about from a motherfucking. From a motherfucking just safety standpoint, man, these was all kids, bro. Like, if there was ever a time as a regular person that I'd be able to risk my life, for sure as a cop, is if a nigga doing something to some kids.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got situations that pop off and, you know, you got all these movements, protect black women, Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, all these movements and shit. And everybody got their own opinion on when and which situation a motherfucker should be doing what in. You know, but, bruh, these all lit kids, bro. These kids don't even, like I say, they don't even probably know what's going on. When they hearing the pop, pop, pow, not every kid know that's a gunshot.
Yeah.
Right. Not every kid, you know what I mean? Like, they just might have thought something was loud in the building, bro. Like, what's that loud shit? Then the teacher tell them to get down and they still talking. Because they little kids, they don't know what the fuck going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he hearing them and popping up, looking through the window at the doors and shit. You know how it go, bro, when they show the video. Like, and all this shit happening, not like it happened over a little period of time, but they saying that shit took like 75 minutes or some shit. Like this nigga was in that bitch clapping, bro. Like, and the police literally sitting around talking about we don't know what's going on. Police could have been killed. That's literally what the fuck you signed up for. You niggas signed an oath. Y'all sworn in under an oath to protect and serve. How the fuck is you standing outside of school while a nigga inside the school spraying everybody the fuck up, protecting and serving? Yeah, that'll work right there. Somebody said send the Chiracians to protect the schools. That actually might work. Because I can tell you what, I don't really know no street nigga that's going to just let you do something to some kids.
No, not at all.
That's not a part of it.
Any decent human being.
Any decent human being, bro. Any person with any couth, bro, like would be like, nah, bro, we gotta make something happen. Them parents trying to run in, they ain't even got no guns. They just trying to run in to distract the nigga, bro. Like, bro, y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all couldn't throw no tear gas, no smoke screens, no nothing. Like,
flashbangs.
Nothing, bro. What the fuck? Like, y'all just standing outside while this nigga spraying them up. And then, like I say, one person that was off duty strapped the fuck up, slid in that hole, and got this nigga out there. Got him up out of there. Would you want to tell me that what they would have probably did, waited till that nigga got tired and then arrested him? Or some dumb ass shit, like, ran out of bullets or some dumb ass shit, bro? Like, we serious right now? Like, if this is what policing is for our country at this point, bro, we might as well just ban them niggas and just do it ourselves. I'd rather every American be required to get some type of tactical training with
community fucking militias. Be fucking
you know what I'm saying? Like, get some type of
per
training
neighborhood.
with
Just
every,
with
every purchase you get your own shit. That way y'all can run it, because like at this point all them niggas is doing is sitting around fucking shooting black people and writing fucking tickets, bro. Like, they don't be solving crimes. Like, I'm not making this shit up, bro. Everybody know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you ever had your house robbed, you ever had something stolen, you know the police don't do a fucking thing. They come in, they write something on a piece of paper, and then you never hear from them niggas again.
Nope.
They don't.
You better have homeowners or renters insurance.
Bro, they don't solve no fucking crimes. They don't fucking bring nobody to justice unless it's some outright
exposure,
blatant shit, right?
Yeah, that or something that glorifies them, so like they can be like, look what we did.
They stopping niggas. They stop a nigga, catch a nigga with 600 pounds, then they posting it like it's a thing.
Right.
Meanwhile, like I said, y'all out here on these highways, like trying to stop niggas from selling drugs that's gonna get sold anyway, and then somebody still gonna buy them because they still buying drugs, and it's a girl getting raped somewhere every fucking 10 minutes. We know these stats. It's a woman getting killed somewhere every fucking 15.
Kidnapped,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
something.
you know what I'm saying? Kidnapped. Say all this shit. Y'all out here doing absolutely fucking nothing. And then the one fucking time that y'all could have actually showed y'all fucking worth.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't do nothing.
Yeah. Try to give some kind of percentage back to the
fucking time y'all could have actually showed y'all goddamn worth. You niggas said, nah, we gonna just wait. It's a barricade situation. We gonna see what the fuck the situation gonna entail. Well, congratulations, Texas police. Congratulations, bro. Not one officer died. Just 21 motherfucking civilians, bro. Good fucking job. Not one officer died in this scenario.
That's where I be
good
wanting
fucking
to know,
job, man.
like,
Y'all,
the people
y'all
that
really
be,
doing y'all fucking job, man. Good fucking job.
Support the blue.
Right. Back to blue. All of that.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
want to
seen
see.
that?
I want to see what that's about.
Well, no, it was a pro gun guy.
What?
It was a pro gun guy there. One of his kids got killed, and he was one advocating for the Kyle Rittenhouse shit. So people start, going off on him, and I ain't gonna do no shit like that because I still just feel that's uncouth, right? Because everybody got their right to their opinion, and they talking about self-defense and shit like that. And this man's kid, man, like if dying to some fucking crazed person, right? Like, the circumstances ain't completely the same, so I don't really feel like it's comparing one to one. I get what they was trying to do, where they're saying, hey, well, this is the type of shit that can happen when you doing whatever you doing. So I do get it, but it's a time and a place for it, and that's just ain't it, man. Because at the end of the day, no matter how you try to spend that, you kind of celebrating a kid dying at the expense of proving your point. Which is, you was back in Kyle Rittenhouse. It was cool when he did it. How you feel now that your baby dead? Fuck that. How the baby feel? Like, nigga, I don't care about none of this other shit, nigga. Like, that baby dead, man. Like, I'm not finna be... You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck, bro? That's not... that ain't an argument I gotta win. Like, I can win it another way. Like, but... Yeah, man, I just want to send a special congratulations out to all the Texas policemen, all the fucking rangers, all the people, that sign up for law enforcement, that clock in every day, that went home that night, slept, kissed their kids, then went back in the next day, put their badge on, knowing they ain't do a fucking thing for none of the civilians, and probably wrote tickets the next day.
Shit, probably right after that.
Right after that. Left that bitch and went right back to regular schedule program. Kudos to y'all, man. Not one officer died, man. Y'all job, mission complete, bro. All the officers still there, bro. I get, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? You know what I mean? We just missing 19 kids. But all the officers, y'all still got y'all paycheck. Y'all still gonna get y'all pension, man. So kudos to y'all. Congratulations, man. I know that's what matters most, you know what I mean, in this line of work that you do. You know what I mean? So let's just keep that going, you know what I mean? So hopefully no more officers, ever have to die again, let all these citizens just gonna clap themselves up. So why the fuck you here? Why don't you just let us duke it out? Me and you getting a fight right now, they giving us both assault and battery. Mm-hmm. Charging us like, you know what I'm saying, like we was out here doing some shit. You niggas ain't worth a fucking blood nickel, man. Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? I can't believe they said that. I would have just rather them not say nothing. If that was the case. If that's what y'all was gonna say, I would have just rather y'all just motherfucking leave it a fucking alone, man. Like, bro. Where the fuck they do that at, and why the fuck they do it, bro? Like, dead ass, bro.
Them niggas didn't even have to pull up if they was gonna do that shit.
Bro, they could have did all that shit from the house in a squad car. They could have stayed on whatever beat they was on and kept it going. Like, literally, all they did was stop parents from jumping in there and say, oh, well, what's okay, congratulations. You say the parent that was trying to do something, now that motherfucker got PTSD because they thinking, what if? What if I would have been able to? What if? What if I would have been able to? Yeah, or whatever the fuck. Like, man, this shit is despicable, man. Like, y'all motherfuckers really out here. Like, how you put that shit on with pride the next day, man? How you really do that? Like, I just want to talk to some of them niggas. Just ask them, you feel like a man? You feel like a woman? You felt like you did what you was supposed to do? You feel like you a respectable person right now?
Give me your badge, nigga.
Right, nigga. Give me that shit, bro. Take that shit off. T.I. that motherfucker badge, man. Give me my shit back, man. You out here. I'm out, man. This is my shit, man. I'm a taxpayer, bro. This is my shit, bro. Niggas out here policing and doing this and that. Niggas on probation for everything under the sun. And you niggas out here just letting niggas die. Just letting them die. Nigga body count just stacking up. They steady finding people. Oh, well, we thought it was 14. Actually, it's 16. Actually, no, it's 19. Actually, no, it's 21. Actually, it's 20. What the fuck? Same thing with this shit, like, and it really ain't no different than these serial killers or whatever. Same shit we was talking about with Young Thug and them. You know, y'all really be out here just letting niggas die. Just to have a case. Really letting niggas die. This nigga went in there by his fucking self with one AR and a pistol and killed this man. Y'all say y'all couldn't have swarmed that nigga? What the fuck all this protective gear for? Yeah. What y'all got all these helmets and vests and extra pads? Y'all got fucking plate carriers and shotguns in the bag and everybody required to have all this shit and y'all just sitting up here waiting on what? A protest. That's the only thing you could be waiting on. Cause y'all, we seen y'all in the protest. We seen how you get down. We seen the riot shields. We seen the fucking helmet with the bulletproof glass on the front, with the batons and all of that. Where all that shit was at?
The rubber bullets and the gas.
Yeah, and the gas. I'm talking about, I know this shit is in Texas. We seen all this shit. We already seen it. Where was all this shit at? What they do with it? What happened to it? Did y'all give it back? What is it only protest related that you can bring it out? That y'all can check it out the warehouse? Where was the SWAT team? They said the shit went on for like 75 minutes. Where was SWAT? Where were they dispatching from? What y'all was called in, the National Guard? What was you waiting on? What was you waiting on? I really want to know what the fuck they was waiting on, bro. What was y'all waiting on? Somebody tell me. Y'all tag every fucking police you know, and just, even if they ain't from, just ask them, what the fuck was they waiting on, bro? I need to know. Maybe I don't understand police procedure. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I don't understand the protocol, proper procedure when a motherfucker got a gun in your head, Frankie. Like, maybe I don't understand it, you know?
Let that nigga would have been robbing a 7-Eleven. He would have been out of there.
Man, they lit that bitch up. It'd been 77 bullets in that motherfucking 7-Eleven, bro. They'd have all popped out. Pistols everywhere. Nigga wouldn't even had a gun. Nigga had a knife. They lit that motherfucker up. This y'all time to shine. It's the one time that people gonna be like, alright, I'm not mad that they killed him. This the one time. This the one time y'all gonna have that free pass with that shit that y'all do with every black person, with all these Hispanics and shit, where everybody under the sun, black or otherwise, is gonna be like, you know what? We get it. We're glad the police were there to stop this shit, right? Cause hey, man, he started killing people, bro. But he didn't really need to do that, bro. Just showing up at the school with a gun was enough for you to pop him. In my opinion, I don't even want. You got a nigga pulling up to my daughter's school with an AR and y'all ain't shoot him on sight?
Oh yeah, that nigga inside that radius where them signs is up, where
you
be like
me?
guns prohibited and shit.
Yeah, bro. With my daughter, nigga, what? Nah, kill that nigga. Don't arrest that nigga. Shoot that nigga. Y'all shouldn't be talking to that nigga. If you see him cross the way, I need a 125-yard shot on his dome. What y'all waiting on? This the one time I would have been like, all right, I get it. You know what I mean? We really get it. Like it's understood. No, this the one time y'all want to act rational. Y'all be stopping niggas for traffic tickets 7 cars deep. I done seen it. Fuck some social media shit. I'm talking about when I'm just driving down the street and you see 7 niggas at a Waffle House and all of them behind one fucking Buick Roadmaster. We see this shit all the time. Niggas pulling up, popping out. Niggas got guns and everything. Nigga, I got motherfuckers popping out. Motherfucking three niggas in one Suburban. Pop out. You got a gun, niggas popping out, pulling up. Nigga, what the fuck? Y'all can hear the shots. Ain't no way you ain't hear the shots. Ain't no way a nigga killed 21 people. What was he, 100%? Where every bullet hit something? I doubt it. Not in those type of situations. Pretty sure it was some things to be missed. So it was more than 21 shots is what I'm getting at. Pop, 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 pop. That's only 5. This is a lot of gun work. Dude came in with multiple clips. Had to reload. They ain't even talked about the shell cases and shit. Because they don't want to be embarrassed. They might probably let off 100 shots, bro. And not out of automatic. So it ain't like it was like, you got to really pull that trigger. With an AR. Multiple clips. All this ammo. Man, mind the fact y'all let them buy it at 18. But you can't buy a pistol till 21. Mm-hmm. The stupidest shit in the world. I could buy an AR with a 30-round clip at 18, but I can't buy a pistol that won't hold more than 15 normally until I'm 21.
That's always been one of the craziest things to me right there. Mm-hmm. I was like, damn, so...
You can get a shotgun and blast a hole through a motherfucker.
What? But see,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but even
it's
with
like,
a shotgun,
I'm just saying
it's low capacity, right?
Right.
Like, I think the highest shotguns they got might hold 15, 12,
right,
something like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's high capacity shit. Like, you know, shotguns and whatever. But you saying 18, a nigga can have 18-year-olds out here with 30, 50, 60, because, you know, you could buy the attachment just right with it. You know, 100-round drum on a fucking AR, that ain't nothing to cop. Actually get it for the cheap if you go through Gun Trader. You could cop that at 18 years old, fresh out of school, no qualifications, no nothing, no history of life. You can cop that. But I gotta wait till I'm fucking 21 to cop a 1911 that hold a 7-round mag plus one. Single stack. How much damage could you do with that? Just off of curiosity. You popped in somewhere with a fucking 1911 single stack. How many people can you shoot?
Somebody gonna get your ass out of there.
Somebody gonna get your ass the fuck out of there. You got 7 rounds in the clip. You got 1 in the head. You gotta be a precision shooter first off, and then 1911 don't really come with attachments like that. So we talk about a fucking iron sight, single shot, 45 ACP. But I can buy a fucking 5.56 round traveling at 2,000 feet per second for fucking nothing, and I can buy all of this shit in one bundle at 18. I'm literally one day into motherfucking being 18. I was 17 yesterday, and I can own some shit that'll literally shoot up a school. Mm-hmm. You can't shoot up no school with no fucking 45. Not a 1911. I mean, you can, like, if you got enough clips and shit, but the amount of clips and shit you gonna need just to get the, it's just, like I said, it's a 7+1. You need 4 clips to have 28 rounds. Where you see what I'm saying? Where you putting all these with, you gonna run out of space. Let's just have, for you to get up to what you can hold with an AR, bro, you need, like, the shit they had on fucking, Predator, nigga, with the fucking double strap joint with all the rounds on it. You got to individually load them hoes up after a while because you can only hold so many clips for the weight get to. Right. This shit ridiculous, bro. And you niggas, I just want to say it one more time. Congratulations to all the officers. No officers died, man. Congratulations. No officers died. Just 19 kids, bro. No officers died, though. Just 19 babies. Just 19 babies. No biggie, right? Nothing crazy. Just 19 babies. 3 teachers. No officers, though. No niggas that walk around with guns every day fucking terrorizing neighborhoods. None of them niggas. None of the niggas that walk around with vests that's strictly trained in hostage situations, that's specifically trained in combat tactics and maneuvers. Not the people that's got radios and shit that actually train in academies, and none of them died. Just everyone that would have never done that in their life. Congratulations. It's working, man. Y'all are fucking protecting and serving. Ain't that about a bitch?
Some wild shit, man. Like,
we're gonna continue, man. I'm just gonna go ahead and check us out on the podcast, man. We getting into this. I'm finna start saying names and shit.
That shit was fucking niggas up, man. Like, Seen that nigga Hemp Hill. He was at his kid's award ceremony and shit, and he posted. He was like, man, I'm in here tearing up and shit, man. Like the day after.
Right.
Like that shit was like hitting niggas.
You say who?
One of our homeboys that we went to school with.
What happened to him?
He just went to like he posted on his Instagram story when he went to his kid's award ceremony. And he was like, man, I'm in here tearing up. It was like the day after it happened and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just
right.
Like appreciating, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then you look at something like that, and now you can't even go to your shit comfortably. You sitting there looking around, hoping that today ain't y'all motherfucking day. Because the police done told you what they gonna do. We gonna wait and see. We need to understand the scenario. We need to understand what's going on exactly. What's this nigga name? I want to, say this nigga name just for the record, so that we know who's saying this dumb shit. We know who the fuck to vote for, and all of this shit. I'm trying to figure out who the commander was, all of that, The lieutenant was Chris Olivares. That's who Wolf Blesser was discussing it with. So the DPS lieutenant, so the Department of Safety lieutenant, you know what I'm saying, came on that bitch, and he was basically explaining this shit, and he was saying how, everybody was, on edge, and they had they thought it was a barricade situation, man, and even if it was, bro. Go get the tanks, nigga. Who cares? It's kids in there, bro. Like, this ain't a bank robbery. These ain't dollars.
Y'all normally would have had a nigga on the roof ready to
right. You see what I'm saying, bro?
Through the vents and go,
bro. Sprawl out, right? This ain't that's what I'm saying, bro. These ain't dollars, bro. These is actual kids, bro. I can't stress enough, man. These are kids. These are little babies. These are people. These are little humans. They don't even know what's going on to be scared. Some of them was scared. Some of them was crying for sure. And there was some kids in that bitch that did not know what the fuck was going on. They was sitting there looking around, had their finger in their mouth, looking at the teacher. She panicking. She looking out the window. This, that, and the third. Even when a nigga popped in, they probably didn't run. Because they don't know what the fuck going on. They never seen this shit.
Right.
They never seen nothing like this. I never seen nobody doing nothing like this. Chris Olivares was his name, motherfucking DPS lieutenant. I'm still trying to figure out who the commander was for the nigga that said the shit. Because he the one who made the call. He was saying said he made the wrong decision. Trying to see what his name was. The fast facts. The department said on Friday that they responded to the authorities, didn't immediately engage the shooter because the police commander on the scene believed the attack had transitioned to a barricade suspect situation. A school district police officer was not inside Robb Elementary when the suspected shooter, I'm not saying his name, arrived and unknowingly drove past him at one point. Nearly 20 officers stood in a school hallway for 45 minutes before authorities were able to breach a classroom door to confront and kill the gunman, the authorities said. That's a lie. The dude that killed him was an off-duty police officer. It was not them guys. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying when they saying like they know it was bad, but you can't have it where it's like, okay. Because then at that point, you kind of proving like y'all really are useless. So it's like, oh, at the end, you still need us. We still know y'all. No, we don't. We don't. We don't need 20 of y'all to kill one nigga because all it takes is one shot from one gun. We just needed one of y'all to not be no bitch ass nigga and go in there and murk something. This your time to shine. It what y'all been training for. We just need one of y'all. Fuck 20 of y'all standing in the office breaking in and what none of that. We just needed one nigga to go in there and murk something. Cause I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if a nigga got a 100-round drum. None of that. Take one headshot, and he'll be laying there with all that shit. This shit ridiculous, man. 19 children died. 2 adults, man. Two adults, man. They talking about it's gonna take 18 months to heal. But I want to hear that shit, man. They talking about heal and all of this. Man, y'all niggas literally did nothing, bro. Y'all let that man...
Your kids gonna have PTSD.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Bruh. But if I'm them parents, bro, I'm taking my kids out of all school. Fuck that shit. I know I said 18 was too young to buy AR. Maybe we need to drop this bit down to 8. Let these niggas at least get a little paper. I don't know, bro. Because these niggas, man, bro, this shit, the more I read about this shit, bro, the madder I got. I knew I was going to talk about this shit today. Because this is what I'm talking about. Now, you got 28 niggas indicted on a crime in Atlanta, in Georgia. Same thing's happening with a bunch of people in Texas and so forth and so on. They detrimental to the community. That's what you said. Mm-hmm. But a nigga walking in and killing 21 people, right? Mm-hmm. You look at that as a one-off scenario. Mm-hmm. I'm more afraid of that than I am a nigga that's out here doing what he's doing because he a supplier and they a buyer. Right. The people they kill, usually people that's in the... You see what I'm saying? Like, if being a regular civilian, us just walking around, we don't got to worry about that. Right. We not on none of their streets. Right. We not at the trap house. We not... You see what I'm saying? Y'all are policing this. Right. Where's our task force for investigating people that might be suspected? Where's y'all task force for this? Where's y'all antennas on? Because it ain't like, oh, well, you could keep saying it like, oh, it's just, you know, oh, it's... Mm-hmm. We had 10 shootings in a weekend span. All mass shootings. All killing multiple people. Mm-hmm. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. At least 10. On multiple occasions. And it happens almost every year. We averaging something like 100 shootings a year. From the and then you can go all the way back to how we was talking about it when we was in Vegas, and it was like, oh, what was that? What was the week of or the week after? When we went to Vegas and they had that shooting.
That was you talking about the anniversary while we were
there for the anniversary.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying you remember we went to Vegas, and I think a little bit before that. That's right. It was either before, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was before that.
Okay, before we went. Yeah. A little bit before that, dude had the motherfucking had kicked out the window. Right. I remember because when I went to Vegas, I kept walking around looking up.
Right.
That's how I remember that. That's how I know it had happened. Right. Because I was literally walking around looking up. I wasn't looking at the people on the strip. I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about some nigga fucking ramming something into a window. I see some glass falling. Then I know the fuck to get down because it's a nigga up in this bitch playing Grand Theft Auto. Why? Because I know y'all ain't finna do shit. Nigga up in that bitch, nigga had played literally at a concert just Niggas in Orlando. Nigga went in Orlando, killed what, 40 people. It's the worst shooting we've seen in Orlando. Mm-hmm. Like, right, everything always the worst and it's always, man, what the fuck are y'all doing, bruh? Cause y'all steady talking about this and then you popping up and you going to get rappers off the street that niggas ain't never ran into, never had no dealings with. I ain't never bought no drugs from them. I don't know nobody that has. I don't know none of that, but I do know some people that was involved in situations like that where they was in places with mass shooters or they had to reap the benefits of what comes with that effect. right? Y'all both parents, right? Y'all both school. Y'all kids both in school.
No, they're not.
You took them out?
My kid's been out of school.
No, not like for summer break. I'm saying your kids are homeschool.
We've been doing homeschool.
Okay, see, you doing it right, my brother.
We've been doing homeschool for
Let me
like
gap
past
you
like
up
3
and
years.
worry about what's in my cup. But yeah, no, I'm saying, but you know, for the people that don't have that ability,
Right.
now when you sending your kids off, you gotta sit there and really like real life look at. You gotta evaluate situations like
Right.
what happened when you tell your 11-year-old it's time to get ready for school and they say they don't want to because they scared. What, you gonna send them to school anyway?
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's a different story then. Because
Right.
you could just pull them out of school. And,
No. I'm just saying. I'm saying
But
no.
it brings up the question to be
Yeah,
like,
so-
how are you going to approach that? You can't force them to do something like that because now you're
They can
creating
see.
trauma to themselves. And
They can see.
They're trying
Yeah.
to compensate for the feelings of what they're trying to deal with because they're panicky. That like there's a lot of things that go into that when it comes to the psychology of these young kids. It's just.
yeah. We kind of let them make the choices. When the pandemic happened, they was at home.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't really like the homeschool shit.
Right.
They wasn't feeling that shit.
Right.
So they was like, shit, they want to go back. So shit, we let them niggas go back. If they ever say that they don't want to,
Right. Right.
because we got the option where they go to school at to give them the online shit from there still. So
Right.
it ain't like shit would have to change up too much.
Mm-hmm.
You just go right back to what you was doing before.
Right. It was like right before it was like right before the pandemic, yeah, because we came back from Vegas, because that's how I bookmarked it, fucking Vegas, pandemic. And it was like, oh, you're online. It was just like, okay. From this point on, this is what's been going on.
And I'm not saying, because I know people got different lives, you know what I'm saying? I'm just posing a question. I'm just posing a question from a philosophical standpoint of understanding like what I'm talking about, I feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because it's, all right, no, maybe you overreacting, right? Well, all right, boom. All right, about the police shit, right? So I'm asking you the flip side of that question for the people that say that, would you make your kid go to school if they came and told you that they were scared of schools now?
No.
But there's going to be a way that we're going to get this education.
Of course.
And you still need to be...
Well, they're not saying that they don't want to learn. They're just saying that,
right.
I don't want to go back to this place.
Right. But understand that you still have to live life, and you still have to go in public places. And even no matter what age that you are, this could always happen. You could be 50 years old, and this shit could happen.
And that's why I'm posing the question philosophically, right? Because you're going to have people on the flip side of what you just said. Then you have people that's on that side of what you just said, right? Which is, hey, you can't run from life,
Right.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning any of that shit. I'm just saying that you just named a whole bunch of shootings that we've had, and they weren't all elementary schools or schools. Yeah. You got the fucking movie theater. You know what I'm saying? If you think of range of age there, that could go from elementary to senior citizen. There is no, you go to a mall, like...
Church.
So, right, exactly. And same age ranges, right? So... no matter the situation, I'm not going to force you, but understand that you still need to deal with this. You need to face this fear and understand that you still need to live your life and fucking go about. That just makes you more aware of the situation. Be conscious of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be paranoid, but definitely be aware of where you come in at, your exits, where you place yourself in a fucking location. Are you close to an exit? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you in the fucking corner to where you can see everything? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
certain things like that.
And see, that's where I'm checking in, because I'm saying, hey, at that point, you're teaching your kids how to be militant.
Be prepared.
No, that's military tactics. Right?
It is.
It's militant. That's what you're teaching them. So, if I still got to do this and the police around, what is the point of having police? becomes the right. Because I mean, no, you're completely right. You know, life gonna continue to happen.
Right.
See, when I'm asking the question, there's no right or wrong answer.
Right.
Some people will take
or just different people's opinion on how they take
Some people
it.
are gonna take their kids out of school.
Right.
Some people would say, hey, no, we can't run from problems because problems come from everywhere, right? So then you gotta, if you're gonna do that one though, that means you gotta start doing other things. Why is it so normalized that your kid might get shot up in a school, but you can't normalize the thought of understanding that, hey, the people that are sitting up here with all these guns and these vests and shit with the POLICE on it, if I'm doing all of this, what are they here for?
Right. Our tax money is going to them to provide this type of training and this type of
this type of structure, more importantly.
Right.
This type of security, this type of continuity within the community.
Right.
Hey, then we can count on the infrastructure that we created, because the concept of what is going on is solidified by these guys. That's what the premise of police is supposed to be. They're supposed to be upholding and enforcing laws and things like that in a way that, like, well, but we've seen, like I say, all too often. Girl getting her fucking head knocked the fuck off. Call the police say, we can't. He live here, we can't do nothing. But, you know, I got this guy stalking me. We can only give you a restraining order. Yeah, because the nigga that's committing a crime care about a piece of paper. If that was the case, why would he even be doing this? Because ain't the law written on it? Never mind.
A child been missing for 16 hours, and you try to report it, and they're like, no, you got to wait 24 hours.
You got to wait 24 hours.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? But you just told me. Well,
and then even when you wait 24 hours, the only thing you're doing is you're going to be reporting the child missing. That's not actually going to make them do anything. They're not actually actively looking for them. They're not actually actively starting any teams or people or any types of particular paperwork. Knock it out. Okay, well, we documented. And the child turned up dead. Same way that woman turned up dead and she said, hey, this nigga was beating me. And it's like, oh, well, we had knowledge of it, but we couldn't. But that ain't never stopped the nigga. That ain't never stopped a police from escalating a situation with a black person, a Hispanic person, or otherwise, and putting them in the motherfucking blender. Never stopped them from doing any of that.
Something wrong. Why this bitch red?
Never stopped them from doing any of that. Never stopped them from getting on all of these different types of people for multitudes of reasons, and literally making sure that these people don't feel safe in certain places, that they don't feel whatever. People in New York stopping and frisking, right? They had
that weak ass shit.
They had stop and frisk. They stopped. It was like 780,000 people, and of the 780,000 people, it was like 16,000 or something that even had something that happened from that. So literally everybody else that was coming in police contact that could have been killed because of whatever the police for anything that they would have inquired about. It was just well, got to do that. But y'all can't seem to catch none of these shooters beforehand. Y'all can't seem to catch none of these people and stop them from doing nothing.
Hell yeah, because it's always, well, when you look at their social media, they were posting this.
Right.
And it's like, nigga.
A week before,
no, that's
X,
what I'm saying.
Y, Z.
Right, but y'all got clips of Lil Boosie saying, they got clips of you see it on Say Cheese all the time. Somebody been arrested because they was on Instagram flexing. Some dude, he got caught and they gave him 2 years for scamming. But you get these white boys and they be posting die nigger die manifestos literally the day before they decide they gonna go right nigga on some shit and spray the fucking town up. Killing 10 black people. Dylan Roof. shot up the church. Literally sat there in the church and then sprayed them the fuck up. Same thing. Go look back at it. Oh yeah, he got charged. Yeah, because he had done by hate crime rhetoric. Where are y'all police at? Y'all investigations be so thorough. Into Ghana. Yeah, y'all been on Young Thug and them since 15. That's what you said. How many people done died since 15? How many active school shooters? How many active since 2015? Just about how many do you think we done had? How many active club shootings? How many active grocery store shooters? Motel shooters, hotel shooters, venue shooters, Sam's Club shooters? How many do you think we done had since 15? Where's the initiative? Where's the task force? Where's the focus group? Where's the profilers that indicate where's the social media crackdown? On what? Where's the any of that? Where's the keyword searches? Where's the reports?
Yeah, the keyword search. You would think that would be something that you could use to your disposal for real.
Well, that's how all these people be finding out this stuff. Cause make no mistake, I mean the police posting it. The shit happened. Somebody looked their name up, find their Facebook page, and they go, "Oh, well,
here you go.
Here you go. This is what he said. This is what he said." We gotta get more active, man. We gotta get these motherfuckers out of here. We gotta like, first things first. You know what I'm saying? Protest is one thing, but we gotta motherfucking get these lawmakers that we need to make the laws that we need. See, what happens is you got shit going on where they just changed the law in 2021 where a person cruising off Harry Hines, you can be arrested and charged with a felony. Did you know that?
Wow.
It's called the cruising law.
Wow.
This is just in Dallas.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Just in Dallas, yeah. So, you know.
Just driving down the street.
Well, you know, Harry Hines is a
slower speed than normal under the.
If it's like 45 and you going
if
like
it's
25.
35, 40 and fucking you're doing 20, 25, you're doing school zone fucking, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, this right here. This law right here. Now, keep in mind that's what I'm saying. Like, when we talk about shit detrimental to the society.
Damn, that's crazy.
Shit that's detrimental to the society. They said a new Texas prostitution law taking effect on September 1st, 2021 will turn the crime of purchasing or buying sex from a Class B misdemeanor to a state jail felony with much harsher punishments. This reportedly will make the Texas first state in America to turn the crime of buying sex into a felony, and is targeted at the purchaser versus the solicitor. And its punishment is to increase to up to 2 years in prison until new law goes into effect, giving the punishment listed in the penal code. The charge with a Class B misdemeanor for buying sex or johns have faced a maximum of 180 days in jail and a maximum fine of $2,000 if they convicted. Under the new law, however, they will face a state jail felony for a first conviction, with punishments including up to 2 years in prison with a minimum of 180 days minimum and a fine of up to $10,000. Not only that, but a second conviction under the upcoming law will increase the charge to a third-degree felony. Its punishments include 2 to 10 years in state prison and a fine as much as $10,000. In making this change, Texas legislation have construed those who buy sex it as in effect being active supporters of human trafficking, a crime in which people are coerced into performing sexual labor. Yet many crimes of prostitution do not involve any human trafficking, though the new law increases punishment for those cases as well. So, yeah, if you down Harry Hines and a nigga stop you, right, and let's say they put out one of those little fake prostitutes, right, and the nigga pulling up and you cruising and you're like, yo, how much? Yeah, 2 years. You got police sitting over here policing people that's actively looking for sex from people that's actively selling it.
Right.
But you got active shooters and y'all just can't figure it out. You got a lot. You see what I'm saying? Now who the fuck put that law into effect?
So
who the fuck put that law into effect?
Everybody gonna be speeding through that bitch. And so then now you're gonna have fucking more speeding tickets and shit because people ain't gonna wanna fucking go through there like that. I'm just talking shit, not saying for real, but you know, it's fucking.
And they saying, you know, if you're active, yeah. So yeah. Second time is 2 to 10.
That's wild.
Cause you bought some pussy. It said cause you participating in sex trafficking. When y'all made the charge sex trafficking in the first place, cause there's a such thing as sex trafficking, for sure. But that's a provable thing. As in, this person was kidnapped from here and then forced into a sex ring, right? You got a girl that's out here that's choosing who the fuck she want to be with, right? She choosing who she want to be with, and she choosing her lifestyle. She says she into this. She don't want to do that, right? It's illegal. Okay, boom. It's a felony. Y'all making it sex human trafficking. How you hit a bitch with human trafficking charges and she's standing on the corner? Now it's different if you got a bitch held against a wheel or something like this. Right, these bitches standing on the corner. This bitch
willingly, right?
You see what I'm saying? Like all these places, she could hop in the car and say, "Hey, bro, somebody kidnapped me. Take me somewhere." Why she come back? She came back.
Gotta get that money
to the same spot. Posted up again. Nigga got in the car. She said, "Drop me back off right here." Does that sound like someone who's held against their will?
Right.
Does that sound like someone that's trying to get the fuck away? No. Now they, like I said, they got the sex trafficking shit where they had the bitches that be in them rundown ass shits. They got a boom. They drugged up. They can't even function for real. The nigga come in and it's like, oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's provable. It's indicators of this. This bitch out here standing on the corner in the wide fuck open, police around. You get me? You really think that's what's happening right now? I assure you it's not. But why the reason I brought that up is because guess what? Put a law like that into effect, now what? Until you go down Harry High, what you gonna see? Whole bunch of police. Mm-hmm. Just looking, because they know they got something they can give them. They can give it to them. You know.
I'm waiting on this nigga to go 20.
Right. Right.
Hit a stop sign and he started going through it again. Oh, he went through it too slow. Like,
you feel me?
So what you doing over here, sir?
Right.
Like what?
Or you hit too many blocks. You go around like, nigga, I'm lost. What the fuck? I don't.
Right. GPS is fucked up right now, man. I'm just trying to find this fucking spot. You know where the taco shop is?
Right. But, they'll pop out on you for sure. Hit you with all of the shit in the book. Right. Because you know how that go. They can hit you with the solicitation. You got a gun on you. Okay, you know how this go. You know how this go. Got the gun on. Oh, pull out the... Man, this man out here trying to get his dick sucked. By a bitch that's trying to suck some dick for some cash. Guarantee you, $100 to a bucket of shit. Went into effect in September 2021. Go ahead and look the breaks up. Guarantee you that them arrest clips they put over the police and went crazy. You got niggas out here shooting shit the fuck up. Even here in Dallas, we know we done had some. Shooting shit the fuck up. Now, is it regular? No. Doesn't happen all the time, but it doesn't need to. Because when it does, it's actually almost always worse than anything that niggas do, right? You got niggas that die from fentanyl overdoses. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Overdose in general, right? Nigga probably got 1,000 customers. 2 of them died. You giving a nigga 100 years. Nigga overdose got 100 years. I showed it to you. Nigga got 100 years for it. You sold a nigga some fentanyl or sold a nigga some shit with some fentanyl and the nigga died overdose. They gave him 100 years. For one nigga. But y'all on this bitch saying whoopsie after 19 kids died and 2 teachers.
Right.
Whoopsie. And again, it's not isolated because, yeah, they was just, the only thing I can give you kudos for is they was actually bold enough to answer the questions. Right? We didn't ask the niggas why the nigga in Buffalo was able to run through and do that. Mm. He was live streaming.
Yeah.
He was live streaming.
Y'all will kick a nigga off live for playing some music in the background.
Right.
A bitch show her nipple and get her whole page took down. Mm-hmm. She was live. He was live streaming it. People were sharing it. This shit had hundreds of thousands of it. Wasn't no. What the people? You couldn't. Before you got to 10, then they come through and it's, oh well, they arrested them. He's not alone. Let's look this stat up real quick. Cause bro, it's all 2022 stats, bro. And they don't report everything. But if y'all wanna know, if you really wanna know something, you really wanna know how bad this shit is, go to gunviolencearchive.org. Gunviolencearchive.org. Why? Look what it show you. It show you the day of the incident, the city and state where you can go look it up, the number of people killed, the number of people injured. They just had another one. What, today? Today the 27th, or is it yesterday the 27th? Yesterday. Somebody got killed. Yeah, yesterday. Just yesterday. 4 people got killed. 1 person got injured in Michigan. Stanwood, Michigan.
That's wild. Keep the head on the swivel.
So, but did you see the thing about that? This is all 2022. Look how many pages it is.
Damn.
The last page of 2022 is 9 pages of this shit.
Right.
9 pages. Starting off January of 2022, they had one in Denver. Then that's what I'm saying. You only get, because you know they only reporting the most heinous shit. For real. Because you know how it goes, it's salacious. But this shit happening all the time. They had one in Lafayette, Louisiana on May 1st, 2022. 12 people injured. Yeah, they're not reporting this shit, bro. They're not reporting this shit, bro. Of course they're not reporting this shit, bro. They don't want you to know how bad they doing. They don't want you to know how bad they doing. Again, that's the Gun Archives, gunviolencearchive.org. If you ever want to look that one up, I keep it, I don't look at that hole a few times. So niggas know I'm not just making this shit up when I'm saying this. And this is just till May.
Yeah. And it like 200 something?
Yes. It's 200 and something. And this is just till May. This is just May. We still got 8 months left.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry, 7 months left.
Mm-hmm.
In the year of 2022. Don't even get me started on if I go back to 2015. I go back to 2015, it's gonna get ugly. We gotta get the right people in there, man. We gotta figure it out ASAP. We gotta get the people that need to be put in the right places in the right places. We gotta get people that make laws that's actually applicable. What we also gotta do is we gotta start getting some of these other laws regressed. Cause see, what's happening is, this is the reality. Reason why all this shit always happen this way is simple cause and effect. You get these police all these stupid ass laws that they can employ on regular civilian people, but then that means you also do what? You extend your resources. So a police can't be everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here off Harry Hines hassling some niggas that's driving slow. How the fuck I'm gonna get over here to Richardson and into some shit that where we really need it? But if they didn't have this law that made this okay for these people, then they would have to be somewhere else doing shit that they should be doing. Because again, most of the time, and this is just almost always, none of this shit that these motherfuckers be making laws for is be something that somebody's asking for. No one's like, there's no big organization that's promoting that, hey, you should be out here hassling cars that are driving slow. No one's out here promoting these big things. You see what I'm saying? Like, no one's out here promoting for that. These are the smallest, most minute things that allow them to be able to do what? Target certain demographics of people.
When a nigga voted for you, they wasn't voting for you for that.
But none of the major shit that a nigga need ever getting addressed. Literally, they just sweeping these mass shootings under the rug. Again, this is all since 2022, 200 and something, 9 pages worth of shootings. 12 fucking entries long, each one of them. You do the fucking math. 12, 10, 15 entries on one page. I didn't really count. You do the math. This isn't a one-off. This isn't a two-off. This isn't a non-reoccurring thing. This shit literally going day by day on that motherfucker. 27th, the 27th, the 25th, 24th, 23rd, 23rd, 21st, 20th, 20th, 19th, 18th, 17th. The 20th was a crazy day. The 15th, 2 of them, no, 3 of them on the 15th, no, 4 of them on the 15th. Okay, no, the 15th was a crazy day. They had 5 of them, nigga.
Remix that up.
They had 5 of them on the 15th, bro. 2 dead, 3 killed. Yeah. 14th, 13th, 12th, 3 on the 11th. No, 4 on the 11th. 4 on the... Nah, the 10th was a crazy day. 6 on the 10th. 6 of them on the 10th, my boy. And of course, not all of these are gonna be like, these aren't all mass shootings. This is a gun violence site that's giving you all of the incidents that occurred where they got reported gun violence, so forth. And
so that gas station situation where
somebody got popped or whatever. But nonetheless, when you're talking about this type of shit, and then you seeing the people that's on a day-to-day getting jammed up, There's how many people done died from a traffic ticket. How many people done died from these most minute of things. And then you sit there and I can't go to the gas station. I can't go to the...
Right. I'm trying to keep everybody in the house.
Yeah, might as well. Might as well build everybody a bunker. You just stay there. We'll deliver your food. Meanwhile, we spending $8 billion on marketing and $50 billion on Ukraine. Is what New York police budget is in a $36 billion or something like that. Y'all getting niggas out the street like Casanova 2 times on a RICO charge. He got to plead out for 5. Or for rap RICO. That didn't cost no money. You just went on a nigga Instagram and charged him with some shit based on what he said. What? You was around these people. So, y'all are a gang, right? And they can legally do this. But like I said, meanwhile, your kids ain't safe. Your grandma ain't safe. Ain't nobody safe. Y'all ain't out here doing nothing but stopping niggas for having beat in their car. You over here stopping a nigga because they got 5% tint, and then hoping that they got some drugs in the car, and there's a bitch out here getting her whole ass took behind a dumpster by some white boy and getting shit. Man, this shit comical, man. I could go on this shit all day, bro. Man, let's switch it up, bro. The fuck, man. This shit so motherfucking man.
It's fucked up out here, man.
Shit is disgusting, boy. It's fucking disgusting. It's deranged. It's everything a nigga was the idea. Like that shit. This shit ain't even in. I'm gonna use this phrasing. This shit ain't even American. This shit is very un-American. We should be ashamed. Because when you go other places and shit like that, and it's like, oh, well, they don't got no mass shooting. Well, they don't have guns in this and the third. Right? They got a harsher regulations and stuff. But, like I said, it's too much money involved. That'll never happen. And because that'll never happen, that's the reason why I say, hey, man, I'm fine with, like, if we was in a perfect world where every American had to turn in all their guns, I could fight. I'm a larger than average nigga. I'm not a nigga you just want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we take it back to olden times, I'm fine with that. Right. I'm really fine with that. I really move with it. That hook really come. The uppercut I really dropped the shoulder. I know that. I really know this stuff. I know to drop the shoulder. I can really move with both of them. I can really get you off your pivot. I know how to parry. I really did this. Shout out Darwin Price. World champion boxer. That's who I used to run with. Run around the track with. Do the hand mitts with. I can really stick with you. I'm not worried about that. But the reality is y'all promoting removing guns, but y'all are doing it in a stupid way. It's either a mass removal of every gun, of every one, or you're not saying anything.
Right.
Because as long as guns are still being manufactured and they still dropping them off at railroads and shit like that, street niggas gonna keep on getting them. At that point, the only thing you're doing is creating a disadvantage to the civilians that need to be able to protect themselves.
Yep.
So that'll never happen.
Right.
That white boy that went to commit this fucking 19 killings of kids, and 21 of them was teachers after killing his grandma, do you really think that he wouldn't have did what it takes to get the gun, whether or not it was legal or not?
Right.
It's not really the issue.
Right.
I'm pretty sure possessing an illegal weapon is the least of your concern if you're ready to kill 19 kids.
Right.
Hey, you know you can't have that gun. It's against the pop.
Right.
That's how that's gonna go. That's a conversation that's a conversation about nothing. Your head about to be sidewalk jelly.
Yeah, you should have been bobbing and weaving.
Hey, you know you can't have that gun in you. It's not a thing. It's not realistic. Nor is it nor is it nor is it something that people should be concerned with. It's not. If anything, you should be worried about, cause like that's what I'm saying. Everybody always, that's what I've noticed, and like people don't be noticing this shit, but they be pushing the narratives that be helping them out, cause everybody be burying the lead. Every time something like this happen, y'all go to talking about gun control, gun control, gun control. Why we never talking about the elephant in the room? Where the fuck are the people that's supposed to be protecting and serving us at when the fuck we need them protecting and serving us? Why they ain't never around? Why they never there to stop? Why we never read about one of them situations? We read about firemen every day that went up in some burning building when they told them don't go in that bitch because the bitch was about to collapse and he saved the nigga dog. Imagine a fireman saying, getting to the scene, they see a blaze and they say, well, we would go in there, but it might be fire everywhere already.
It might be a hazardous situation. I don't know how to approach it.
We might die if we go in there because it's fire everywhere.
It's not
What the fuck
sound
is
right now?
Right.
We you know, we're just gonna put these hoses down and
What exactly are y'all? Wait, we gonna wait till it burn down and we'll
I
see.
seen some Chicago fire, nigga. You better go up there and put the hole in the roof.
Right, bro. And they do.
Tear
Shout
down
out,
the
no,
back wall,
and
whatever
they,
you gotta do.
but the thing is, and they do. That's why I'm not making sure. Shout out to firemen, man, across the nation, cause they do. They do it at the behest of proper judgment. They do it all the time for the most minute. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It'd be firemen running into apartment buildings to grab puppies, man.
Right.
They will do it. They've done it. We got too many records. They will do it. They'll go in there for your grandma. They'll go in there for a little kid. Shit, sometimes they'll go in there for a locket. They don't give a fuck. Them niggas is up and at it. Them niggas hitting that motherfucking 5-pole. They slide down that bitch. They'll run that truck in that bitch if they got to. We getting them niggas out. We getting them out. They not gonna die, and we was just sitting here.
Right.
We gonna die with them. Like we not gonna just sit here and watch y'all burn up in there.
And then they don't even talk about that. About how many lost firefighters that we do have.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm
because
saying?
they gonna try, bro.
Right.
They fucking try. They gonna try. They might end up dying in the process. R.I.P. to all those fallen brothers. But they not about to sit there and you tell them my daughter is in this building. They not gonna sit there and wait till that building burn down.
Right.
Never heard of it. I ain't never heard of it. Nowhere. I ain't never heard of it. In your most backwood podunk country town, I ain't never heard of a fireman that was just like, well, shit happens.
It is what it is.
We couldn't find the fucking fire hydrant anywhere. So.
Nigga grabbing his axe and they gonna make a hole, nigga.
I don't know what's going on.
Right, we gonna make a hole in this bitch.
Does anybody got marshmallows?
Right.
Right. What's really going on?
They gonna make a motherfucking hole. They gonna make a motherfucking way. We see it all the time. We see it all the fucking time. And on top of that, they don't motherfucking make excuses for why they couldn't. They literally don't ever have a chance to because they always do. If they couldn't get them out, it wasn't because they didn't try. I seen firemen jump in lakes trying to save a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. That ain't even fire.
Rescuing deer.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you get me? That ain't even fire. They ain't that big with the jaws of life. They ain't that big with the jaws of life. Motherfucker fire. They got a motherfucking truck. They be about to blow up. That nigga cutting that bitch.
Yep.
Well, I guess we gonna go together or we getting out this motherfucker.
Right. Because you knew what you signed up for.
And they do what they signed up for.
Right. Right.
And they do it.
That's what I don't understand. Like, like what you were saying earlier, you have all these people that are around, and not one person felt some type of way to go try to save at least. I'm not saying you could have saved fucking the whole entire school, not like some movie, but I'm just saying like you didn't get no feeling to go try to save at least one person. Try to do your part instead of just hearing pow, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, no.
Not one person felt
like
the iota of courage that you need to say, man, I'm not gonna stand around here waiting to see what happened to these kids.
Right.
Y'all want to write me up? Y'all want to fire me? What? I did my last day.
Right. And then let that get talked about and see how that gets handled.
This my last day then. If y'all saying me ignoring the captain's order is gonna be a problem, go ahead and take my badge. I'm gonna keep the gun though, cause I'm about to go off in here.
Right, you know what I'm doing, so
y'all can go ahead and write it up. I'm on my way.
Tom,
don't you go in there?
Yeah, right.
That's why not?
At the same time, look back.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. One of them slow boys.
Yeah.
I might not be coming back.
Yeah. Movie scene.
But, right. You know what I'm saying? But we got all these cop movies, all these lethal weapons, all this shit celebrating cops and criminal minds and all of this shit and all of that and the third, and they don't do none of that. That's what I keep telling people. Like all this shit, like man, that's one of the biggest schemes. That shit up there with the devil, bro. How they say, the devil's biggest scam was making the world believe him that he existed. The motherfucking cops' greatest scheme is making niggas think that they actually do something. Do all these TV shows and shit, you will swear, right, that, this shit is based on something.
Right.
It's not.
They take certain things, they twist.
And
embellish like a motherfucker. They you know what I'm saying? Because you've seen it from like documentaries where you watch a documentary and then you go watch like something that they made a show into or whatever, and it's like, whoa, like this is, you left this out, you didn't put this in, this wasn't here, like what?
Oh no, they redacted.
What is this? Like,
I mean, even when you talk about like something like the John Wayne Gacy shit and shit like that, most of the time the police they talk to the nigga.
That dude.
Way before the nigga even get on this road, they be to talk to the nigga, and then be like, oh well, you be safe out here. You like,
that's exactly what they did. They came to his house. They searched the house. They went to go dig a hole. Didn't find nothing in the back. It took maybe 2 or 3 weeks before they had to come back again to get a search warrant to fucking look into the crawl space, because one of the detectives, when they went back, he went to go take a piss. He said he could smell something coming from the vent down below, and that's what they, had to get the search warrant and all this other shit. And that's where they found all the shit. But this dude knew, high politicians. This dude knew a lot of people. He was, well-known in the community and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you just getting away literally with murder. Nobody's thinking about it. Nobody's questioning all these missing kids, dudes. Then they try to justify the time frame where kids were running away a lot and all this other shit, and it's man, no.
Then what the bitch said, the detention mother of the detention shooter, she said he had his reasons for what he did. He had his reasons for why he went to an elementary school.
So what did they do?
And shot up. I don't give a fuck. Arrest that bitch just off that statement alone.
Right. But it's what relevant? How could you sit there and be well, if he was going through some shit, then why did he have to take it out on them?
Because even if you said he had a reason for what he did, he was getting bullied, whatever. Okay. It wasn't no 6-year-olds. These kids, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the most unconscionable statements I ever heard a motherfucker say in response to some shit. He had his reasons for what he did.
Yeah, that's
what exact reason could he have had to kill a 5-year-old?
Right.
Killing his grandma? Maybe he hated her. Maybe she treated him bad. Maybe she talked to him crazy. I don't know. Now, not saying that that's a viable reason to do that, but hey, boom. I guarantee you he didn't know any of these kids. He picked a place that would be able for him to exact his anger and exact his revenge that he knew he'd be able to get the shit off in. What better place than a school?
Yeah, because niggas don't never go where they know.
Again, like I told you, like I said last, they not going to no fucking Walmart doing this. Because they gonna get shot. Immediately. And it probably won't be by the police officers. It's gonna be the nigga on aisle 5. Right. It's gonna be the nigga on aisle 5 that was checking out air compressors that's gonna do it. Nigga back there checking out the geranium, and then all of a sudden you hear that right. That's who gonna do it to him, and he know it. That's why you can't claim that crazy shit, none of that. You picked a very vulnerable, very mass populated place where this could go down. You knew where to go. But then what you do? Even more cowardly, right? You didn't go to a high school. Why? Kids too big. They understand what's going on. They might run. Some of them niggas might be strapped. You know it. You're a high school student. You know. You went and picked the most least likely place to be policed. Right. And the least likely place to get adversity. Fucking 6-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds. Little kids out. They on research. They looking, some of these kids on nap time probably. Yep. But you're despicable. You're disgusting. And the police is just as disgusting. The sheer fact that I gotta ride around worried about these niggas wondering if they smell weed in my car while these niggas riding around going on their way to go fucking shoot up a school, and you gonna be stopping me because, you know, that whole deal. Right.
Where are you going?
Right. I got to answer all these questions.
Where you stay at?
Right.
What are you doing in this area then? What's going on?
Meanwhile, nigga, literally, while you looking, so nigga driving by on his way to go light some shit the fuck up. Like it's 4th of July or some shit.
With the big truck, fucking lifted, fucking flag.
You know it.
Fucking, with the gun rack in the fucking window. Just posted his motherfucking. Just posted, you know. It's unconscionable. It's despicable. It's so many things, man. It's just no reason ever for this type of shit, man, to go down. This shit is crazy, bro. But man, like I said, I don't want to harp on it too long. You know, let's you know. Let's talk about something different, man. Let me see if I can get my guy on the phone, man. Let's just change the speed, man. I just want to say a hearty, maybe this is shot time. I don't know. I say a hearty, man.
Yeah, let's shot it up.
Big hearty, man. R.I.P. to everyone involved in that scenario.
Get the Daily Young.
Everyone that was a part of that situation. Everyone that, you know, that was involved for sure. I want to send my condolences out to everyone that not just the parents and shit, just the people that work at that school that's trying to make a living, that's got to go back to work. Because if they don't get their rent paid. Right. All those teachers, all those administrators, all those principals, all those custodial workers, all those janitors, all those music, PE, you know what I'm saying, and people that work on the electricity in the school and whoever might have been there, right? Because they might have had a leaky pipe or whatever. You got all of it. You got the surrounding community, man, that's got to deal with this shit, that's got to take this shit in and really sit up here and act like this shit ain't just happened. That's a nice shot, guys. No, this is.
Beastie.
Oh, that's the one from that.
Yeah, that's that scary one. I'm more appreciative of the pull-up ones.
You know, shit is crazy, bro. Shit is crazy. Shit is wicked out here, man. Y'all be safe, man. This shit is unbelievable. I got a question from my viewers, man. What is it?
Okay. If you're claiming to be an independent woman, you can take care of yourself, right? You can just go throughout life just without needing a man. And then you start having a fucking panic attack in public over no shit at all. Are you really independent? Are you dependent on somebody who's got some fucking balls who can handle some shit? That's all I have a question.
Okay, so
every woman in the world who says, I'm an independent woman, are you really? I call bullshit on that.
okay,
Get the fuck out of my face.
we gonna talk about that. I'm gonna use it as a guest submitted question. I hit you back. All right, I'm gonna have it out here. I'm gonna show you. That was a question from my guest, and basically, you know, the question was quite simple, you know, in its nature. He wanted to know why women, you know, run around professing their independence if, I guess, in times of crisis or need, they immediately revert back to saying they need additional assistance from males, and is there basically any such thing as an independent woman? What you guys think?
I'll let you handle that one first.
What you mean? I just asked you. The fuck?
I was looking at him. I'll let you handle that one first.
I don't know. That's maybe more a question for for a woman to answer.
Why you niggas being so PC?
No, I'm just saying, like, how am I supposed to answer how a woman should move?
No, I said
I'm like,
the question was not how should a woman move. The question was, do you think that there's really a such thing as an independent woman?
That's what he was asking.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I need more details, sir. You ain't gonna just, you know, this.
I mean, it's women
the
out here
Pull-Up
doing their
Podcast
own
episode
shit,
6.
bro. Like,
So would you say that?
I'm pretty sure it's women out here that don't need niggas.
So would you?
And
ever,
if they have one, that's cool.
have you ever called yourself an independent man?
No, I don't really go around labeling myself and shit, bro.
No, I'm asking. I'm curious. Like,
I've never used that word.
you never called yourself an independent man? Why?
I always thought of myself, I just take care of shit. Just do your shit. I never looked at a title or a label, just me just handling business. You know, I don't look any more into titles.
God damn it. This motherfucker. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it's everyday shit. I'm pretty, man, it's women out there that got a bag, bro, that ain't worried about no niggas until a nigga that catch our interest come along and shit. That might not be you, so you might feel some type of way. I don't know.
You know, then you think of definition of independent woman, right? You know, like for everybody would have different definitions because, you know, you would think like, okay, well, independent woman, you know, money, running shit, you know what I'm saying? But independent women could also be, you know, changing the tire, you know what I'm saying, take care of the household, you know what I'm saying, doing other things that other people can't do, you know what I'm saying? I think there's just different levels when you start saying independent sometimes, you know.
So, like, do independent women annoy y'all?
No. I don't
No, I'm
feel
saying,
I don't
does a
feel
woman-
intimidated at all.
Does a woman professing
if,
her independence annoy you?
No, that doesn't intimidate me at all. In fact, if anything, kind of a turn on. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh, she knows exactly what she wants. Because here we go again. I ain't trying to fucking beat around the bush.
Like you scared the nigga pussy, so you eat around the tush?
You started there first with the. You scared to eat the pussy, but you gonna start with the asshole? Like, you gotta graduate.
That's what the nigga said on 8 Mile. Come on now. Come on now. So, is it the done daughter time?
Yes.
I don't think that there's a such thing as an independent woman. I don't think that there's any relevance of that to, I guess, society, because the concept of an independent woman at its core structure is saying that this is a person that does the normal things of society in order to be considered a functioning adult or a functional adult, right?
Foundation of fucking life.
Right. So, if we were to look at it, I guess, from how the viewer was asking the question, I think he's upset because you have all these scenarios where people are independent until something happens, and then they are basically flipping the script and invoking the necessity of men to intervene in whatever it is that
Trying
they
to
deem
throw that
to be
woman
the
card
problem.
up.
Right. You see what I'm
And
saying?
be like,
So,
oh, well, I'm a woman, so guess
Right.
what? You still have to do this and do
Right.
that. And
right.
yeah.
And so I'm assuming something transpired with him that made him ask the question, right? Where it's like, why y'all always yelling y'all an independent woman until some shit happened, and then all of a sudden,
Right.
I'm supposed to be the nigga. You're
Right.
an independent woman. Figure it out. Like,
Right. As an independent woman would.
Right. But I don't really think that there's actually a concept of an independent woman. I don't think that you being able to pay for your bills and stuff makes you independent. The same way no one's running around here calling men independent for doing this shit day in and day out.
Right.
Because I mean, if we was, then it'd be like, I'm looking for an independent man.
But that's that.
Like,
That's that popular.
What kind of man is that?
Right. I never heard anyone
Right.
say that shit.
Right.
I need an independent
But
man.
that's
like,
that what goes back to, like, you know, entertainment, right? So you got entertainment that, you know, evolves different, you know, thought. You know what I'm saying? So because this is a popular song, or this is what's hype in the streets right now, you know, people take with it and they run with it. And then when they take and run with it, they apply it to their daily life. You know, they post stuff about, you know, independent this and da-da-da-da. And it's like, okay, well, that's great and all, but, you know, everybody gonna need some help one way or another.
I put this whole outfit on independently. Independently, I put on this whole joint. Independently. You see how stupid that sound? You mean you put on clothes, like, as opposed to being what, naked? Like, it's not a real thing. I guess I can understand why he's so annoyed with it, because, you know, like, to the opposite of what you saying, when I hear always be like, oh, I'm an independent woman or something, I be like, all right, I'm out. I'm not trying to hear that shit, like, cause like that's like some type of grandiose sense of self that
I'm
you
gonna put it to
created.
the test. That's one of my things. It's like if you're gonna, once again, if you're saying these things, I'm gonna put to the test.
Oh no, that'd be those profiles, own car, own crib, blah blah blah, and they'd be like,
right, like okay, bro, I'm okay,
right.
like.
Oh, okay, I got what you're saying.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
I had
Like,
to think about. I was like,
yeah, like to be the one with they usually the one with all the pronouns and that shit. They and them. I don't know who they is. But nah, bro, it's not a thing, bro. It's just not something that's like you get the same thing, right? You get the chicks that be talking about the degrees, right? Mm-hmm. And how they got all these degrees. Mm-hmm. Then they be upset when niggas don't be picking them with their degrees because the nigga not trying to hear about that all day. Then he go fuck with by the way, Susie from down the street, who barely made it out of high school, but the bitch thick. She thick as fuck, bro. You think I care about your degrees? I can't fuck your degrees. You see this bitch?
He sound like that Kanye West skit on College Dropout.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not nothing that's a knock. It's just, I guess, for the dudes that's like handling business, you know what I mean? And I mean handling their business the right way. A nigga just not trying to hear that shit. Now, does that mean that a woman shouldn't be proud of her accomplishments or something like that? Absolutely not. She should definitely take pride in everything that she's been able to amass or pursue and achieve thus far. But the concept of it being like an outward personality trait is, I think, where the bitches get to scaring the bros. Because I don't care if you independent woman. Because, I mean, again, there's no such, like an independent, when you say you're an independent woman, that makes me think that you a differentiation of woman from the average bitch, right? That means that this bitch out here that work wherever she work, that's got a house and a car and clothes, I guess she's not independent. Like, what the fuck? Because she's a self-sustaining person of society, she's an independent person? Because if that's the case, then everyone's independent, and in that way, even then, you can see it's no longer special, right? Right. Because if everyone is super, then no one will be.
That's what I'm saying. People get wrapped up in the titles. It's like, what is that when it comes to like expressing like their just their titles? I just don't understand. Like, what is that about? Like, what is it that people try to achieve by stating this? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I feel like that's what I meant by I think people be having grandiose versions
I
of
cooked
themselves.
dinner tonight for my family, put food on table, hashtag best dad ever. You know, like, nigga,
it's just a grandiose sense of self.
You know, like,
literally you
supposed to do this. Like, now if you went out and,
my kid's eating again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
What are you talking about? You know, like,
does that make you an independent parent?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make...
But no, in translation, single parent.
No, well, I mean, even if you're a single parent, I'm saying either way. I'm saying if your kid's eating again,
right,
and you provided the food, does that make you an independent parent?
No, yeah, right.
Right, what does that even fucking mean?
Right. I washed their clothes today. Yeah. Clean clothes for the week. It's like,
school about to start. I just got them school supplies.
Hashtag independent person.
This year they got the 24 pack instead of 16. You know what I'm saying?
I had to do it big. You know?
Yeah, but that's what they call for on the school list.
Then the other part is, you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. Even if you do think of yourself as an independent woman, air quotes, because I think it's laughable. A man likes to be desired and needed. So, apparently y'all grandmas and shit never taught y'all the game, but your nana was not incapable of doing anything. However, it was certain shit she just didn't do because it goes along with, I guess, the feeding of the ego or the narrative of what that man desires to be able to do for her, right?
Right.
I mean, let's keep it a thou wow, right? We're in an era where really nothing is needed of anyone, right? I was telling somebody shit the other day, like, right, like when you talking about having a girl or something like that, like, right, they got DoorDash if I want to eat, right? They got maid services if I need somebody to clean. They got, automatic car washes and mechanics that come with the warranty, and so really there's
gotta pull up to the crib.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need for anything if you're just looking at it from the traditional standpoint of life. So this whole thing is about what do you really want to be doing and what you really don't want to be doing. But if you sitting around and you professing, this and this all the time, about your independence, then you're going to get results like that guy that was just so upset and answering the question. Because at that point, all right, bitch, then you don't need me. Cool,
contradicting what you're saying.
I'm out.
You're not making no sense.
I'm calling bullshit. That's what he said. Because at that point, either you need me, bitch, or you don't.
Right.
If you don't need me, then I'm going to go where I'm needed. Right? And again, no one needs nobody. Shout out to Player Fly. You know what I'm saying? But everybody should need somebody. And everybody wants to be somebody's everything. Once again, shout out Chance the Rapper. It's just one of those things. So I would implore bitches to really sit back and confirm what it is that they want and stuff like that, and stop trying to fight these uphill battles that lead them nowhere. No, this goes into, though, what I wanted to talk about for the Twitter topic of the week. I don't know if y'all got to see it or not, but Travis Kelce, right? His girl left him.
Who's Travis Kelce?
Travis Kelce is the Kansas City Chiefs tight end.
Okay. So his girl left him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she broke up with him because, if you could read that for us, please.
His girlfriend broke up with him because he made her pay half the bills.
Okay, you're not gonna do it. Say less. Travis Kelce's girlfriend broke up with him because he made her. Sir, just reading your head. You're not reading to the people, so you know. Travis Kelce's girlfriend broke up with him because he made her pay half of the bills and only gave her $100 their entire time of being together. Now, everybody was like joked out and upset behind it, and I thought it was a fucking hilarious concept because I don't know if you know who Travis Kelce is otherwise, but he's also the white boy that all the women were in the media gushing over because he had a fade and a beard. I mean, I know like 19 niggas that's got the same setup. Hell, I got the same setup. It's all right. But, white boy. Now, if you flip that, they got think pieces for days. Right? Right? If you flip that, you make that dude black and that's a white bitch, they RG3 and that nigga to death. Mm-hmm. Immediately. But no one really had a problem with the fact that Kayla Nicole was dating Travis Kelce, a white man, as a black woman. No one cared. No one ever was very upset about that or any of that. And then the other side, going into what he was saying, all these women out here professing that they independent women. So what they were so upset about? Everybody was upset. The shit went viral immediately. They was like, no, it's no way. Because Travis Kelce is what? A NFL player. Mm-hmm. So
millions.
His net worth would undoubtedly be high. At this current point, he's made $54 million and is expected to get another 50 over the next 4 years. So he's got quite a bit of bread on him because he's a Pro Bowler, all of that. But he made her pay half of her bills. And they were together for 5 years. And she just said she couldn't take it no more. But if she was an independent woman, what's wrong with her paying half of the bills? I mean, as an independent,
know what their agreement was.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the agreement would be that, you know, when you're dating for a companion and everything, you get whatever you signed up for. But my homie Lucci had asked the question, and it was an easy enough question to answer for most people. But he was wondering why, you know, when he was outside in the streets as a street nigga, you know, bitches loved him for his streetness, and nigga didn't have no bread, and this, that, and the third. But then when he became a multi-millionaire, all of a sudden bitches start thinking that he should be giving them $2,000 occasionally and stuff like that, right? Because they were dealing with each other. And so then that goes into, of course, this type of scenario where when you say, okay, well, shit was based on the agreement, okay, fair enough. But should a woman be entitled to his money because they are dating and that is his girlfriend? Should he be furnishing her lifestyle because he made $54 million?
No.
Why not?
I mean, shit, I don't think they was married for one, so that's definitely, like, not his job. Like,
okay. So, for you, the threshold under which he should start doing these things is if they are married or not.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if he was married, he would move a little different. You know what I'm saying?
But then that goes back to the agreement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, we agree that this is what's going to go on. This is how we're going to move now. Blah, 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 you know?
Well, what if they never discussed it, right?
Okay.
Because you don't usually discuss this type of stuff.
So then for you to just
It
assume
usually-
I
that
mean,
you're...
you would think in 5 years you would discuss
Yeah,
that
like, if you
at some
haven't...
point.
Like, why haven't you? But like I said...
Well, because usually it kind of goes like, and you know what I'm talking about. You don't really discuss it. Y'all kind of structure, right? So like it depends on the type of gifts you get for Christmas and stuff like that, right? As to how things are going. Now, of course, eventually, depending on what type of thing y'all transpiring into, it might happen. But generally speaking, there's a lot of, in relationships, there's a lot of interpretation. So, oh, he did this, that means he's wanting this, he did that. Not saying it's right or wrong, I'm just saying that's how it generally, you know, goes. So I can see how it might not have came up in a conversational piece like that. I guess my real conundrum is basically, even if they were married, what makes her entitled to any of his money? Like,
I have no idea why she would...
I mean, he could have a prenup and they still be married and just move a little different, but...
Right, but I mean, you can move her in. She would get access to the mansion, right? Because she's now living there, right? Things like that, right? But wouldn't that be totally different than her now being able to go to the Gucci store and spend $40,000?
I mean, maybe he not a big spender and she... thinking that she with a nigga that's balling and this nigga not really out here making it rain on shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He might have like nice clothes and like nice whips and a nice crib, but he ain't just out eating a fucking $500 steak every night and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Precisely. So in this scenario,
I'm not saying that I know
a lot of
that,
people
but
was like, oh, well, he's shiesty or whatever, but on the same token, I don't understand why. Because of course the disdain from this came mostly from women, and of course because they're looking at it like, oh, he's a baller. Like I said, he made $54 million already. He gonna make another $50 million.
Why you count my pockets?
Right. So by the transitive property, if I'm dating him, I should be worth at least $1 million.
Niggas just be mad because they be saying relationship goals for shit, and then when that shit don't work out the way they want and it break up in like an embarrassing way, they be looking stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Because they done rode that train for like 3 or 4 years. Oh, this is the perfect couple, blah, blah, blah. And then some shit come out, they like, oh.
Right. Be like.
Somebody said it was kind of fucked up to ask somebody who makes 10% or less of your annual income to pay for 50% if you ask me. Somebody said I'm all for equality and splitting the bills, but this is a good take on that opinion. They split dinners the whole time, and things like that. And I mean, you could go down the quotes. I mean, this one tweet right here alone got 4,500 quotes. And they said, a woman said, relationships, you are a team, trust if this is true, then he is garbage. And you know, you got the people saying city boys up, king shit, right?
I don't get how.
Somebody said he promoting independency.
They could be mad at him when she was doing the shit for like 5 years. Like she agreed to this. Like she was doing it. She probably just don't want to do it no more. This nigga done won a Super Bowl and shit.
I mean,
she trying to live like one of them wives on the game.
Like, that's what I got from it. The thing I got from it was because, and not saying that this actually happened this way. I mean, I think it's really far-fetched to think that, you know, he would be making that kind of money and then like
only give her $100.
Yeah,
in
like
5
throughout
years.
throughout the whole time. Like, I don't think that part would be
exaggerated
accurate.
like a motherfucker.
But I think maybe that she did still pay her bills or something like that.
Right.
And then he was like, but you know, taking care of half of it, which is still a generous gesture in most areas, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like if you're a woman and then I come along and because I'm dating you, now half of your expenses become my expenses.
Oh,
right?
whoa.
That's a lot, right?
Like, whoa.
Some people do. Some men like to do 100%, right?
Right.
But like I said, this goes back into what he's talking about, because by and large, the promotion is independency. Mm-hmm. I'm an independent woman. It's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you be expecting him to pay any of your bills?
Right.
Why would you want him to? You love being an independent woman, right?
That goes back to like the question about like the first date and who buys the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not saying like but people question that sometimes, like, okay, well, no, I'm going to do it, you know, or no, I got it this time, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. I'm going to take this.
I would pay, but I wouldn't go nowhere like spectacular, you know what I'm saying?
No, there's levels. You don't get it all fucking at the beginning. Fucking, no.
I mean, if we being for real, there's really no right or wrong way to go about or to assist this situation, in my opinion. Because, I mean, a nigga did what he did, like you say, and shit, she was accepting it. She probably was thinking it was a long-term investment. Like, okay, well, all right, he acting like this now.
We're going to be married by now or
right,
some shit
right.
like that. It's
he
been
acting
5
like this
years.
now, right. But and eventually, I'm going to be able to get to the bag. And he's like, no, you're not. This is it. Like, you're getting what you're gonna get.
Yeah, that could have been like a little test, you know what I'm saying? Just pay your shit until I'm ready to marry you. And if you can't do that, if you cut it off before then, you probably wasn't worth it anyway. Shit.
See the one with Eve, they posting. They really don't know. The women, they right now, they in a debacle, my boy, because, I mean, this puts you in an interesting joint because, you know, on the one hand, it's kind of giving sack chasing.
Mm-hmm.
If you sit there and you think that, hey, if you broke up with this man, that's probably whoever he is, right? And there were cheating allegations and stuff like that, and you didn't leave him for that. You left him because he wouldn't pay more than 50% of your bills.
So that's how we working in the relationship already. So we setting fucking financial goals with fucking the status of it. Nah, see, I wouldn't. This is once again that's a whole nother breed of nope.
You know how the game go though. Like famous niggas like the same chicks, so somebody else probably gonna scoop her up and fucking.
Right. Oh shit, she free.
When you saying now, like I said, for me, I really couldn't see it honestly, just cause the type of person I am. I don't think there's no way I'm gonna be making $1 million, and my chick gonna be paying half for anything. Or really even have bills, like if we keeping it a bean. But in the grand scheme of the shit, I can't say a nigga wrong, and that's what I really bring it up front, because everybody's like, oh, he wrong. This and the third, you make 1,000 times more than she do. Why did you do this, that, and the third? But then you got to sit there, like I say, and did you break up a perfectly happy relationship because he wasn't paying more than what you wanted him to pay? And if that is the case, can you require, or is that a fair requirement for you to be able to say, hey, well, in order to date me, you need to be paying for half of my bills, while simultaneously, of course, being an independent woman? Is that an oxymoron? I don't know. So many questions, man. I really want y'all opinion. You know, when this drop, I want to see the comments. I want y'all to tell me what y'all thinking about this, because I really don't have a dog in the fight. Like I said, I wouldn't necessarily do it, but I would never hate on another nigga for how he handled his hoes. And in this scenario, you know what I'm saying, it sounds like he has some pretty nice hoe control, you know, and it ruined a lot of fantasies, like you said, because it's a whole bunch of chicks. Oh, Travis Kelce, this, that, and the third. And it's like, yep. Well, you can get with that nigga, but your life ain't gonna change. Like, you know, you still gonna be looking for it,
Right.
you know, or trying to get it out here, whatever. And if you really want it, then why you acting like you want to be independent? I'm good. I can take care of myself. That nigga said, prove it. That nigga said, we gonna find out today. We gonna find out to motherfucking day. But I just thought that was a hilarious situation. Plus, I just wanted to ruin a lot of fantasies. I ain't have too much to say about it. I just wanted to see what y'all thought, and then, you know, go from there. I just thought
ruined a whole bunch of fantasies.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, cause like I told you, bro, they used to be, you know, as a man, why don't you look like this? Get a picture of him. You said in the third. Well, as a woman, yeah. And then I'm not just talking about black women, yeah. But like I said, I've talked about this shit before, bro. Yeah, like if you a black nigga And I'm talking about you could be the most unappealing of black men to black women as it comes. And you get on Twitter and you post your white bitch. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. Professing your love for this white hoe. Yeah, go on, get ready for that ratio. Not a black woman in the world wanted to date your ass. Go on, get ready for that ratio. That shit gonna have like 6 likes, like two comments, and 501 quotes. And all of them gonna be talking about how your white bitch look like a brick or something like that. Like, not a mayo monkey. Right. But like I say, you flipped it, and it's the white savior. So it's get you a Travis Kelce, get you one. I'll see you again. I'ma see you later. I know it.
They gonna drop your ass right back off.
Right, you know what I'm saying? When you go to Salt Bay restaurant, that bill $1,800, and he like, where your 9 at? Nigga pulling out the black card for his. Can you split that?
Oh no, just a touch.
Yeah,
Split that.
Pull out the black card.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
can you split that? Yeah, this is on 2 separate tickets.
I was saying, you know, when they bring the flat screen, the tablet, and they be like, you want to split the
Yeah.
check or whatever.
You gotta
and
split
it's
that hoe.
It's like, huh?
Yeah, that's when it's getting real. Yeah, that's what it is, you know.
Your intent was not what it was.
Well,
I can't believe niggas like actually believe that he probably gave her $100.
I mean, that would be, like I said, that would be almost impossible. Like, he would have to, not for that to be his girlfriend, like, because that would be almost impossible. But maybe what they mean is he only gave her $100 in cash. Like, actual, like, because, you know, you could buy a bitch some gifts or something like that, but that's not actually giving them money. In that case, a lot of people don't give bitches money.
Right.
Because, right, you don't usually just, here,
I need
here you
this
go.
done.
Right.
I need this
Yeah,
fixed.
you
I
know
need
what I'm
this.
saying? Right, you go fix it, right?
Right.
You buy a purse, or you buy her a new watch or something like that. You don't just be like, here you go.
Right.
Here's some money.
Well, sometimes that's even some. Well, never mind.
At least not in my experience. You know, I'm just not giving bitches money like that. Not saying I ain't gave mine.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not just physically giving you money like that. Like, it's usually, you know, something, a bill or something need paid or something like I've done it before, but not like frequently. You're not just like, here you go. Hey, here's 10,000. Here's 1,000. Like, you know, that's why bitches love them some trap niggas, cause here you go, baby. And, you know, it's violence. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, they just want to be independent. Welcome to independency. Only thing I gotta say about this situation, I sum it up. Young ladies, welcome to equality. Do you really love it? Shot. Y'all got something else y'all want to talk about? I'm pretty much done.
We gotta hit the RIP for Ray Liotta.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
You ain't never seen?
I never seen Goodfellas. Never seen it.
Gotta watch it.
Never seen it.
That is a fucking
It starts off really good.
classic. Fucking.
Never seen it. You ain't gonna put it back together?
That's one of the top 2 or 3 mob movies.
Oh yeah. The majority of it was all based off the actual shit that was going on.
Talking about the mob.
Yeah. Ray Liotta, he was like one of the main dudes.
Yep.
fucking Henry Hill.
Yep. And fucking, it's crazy. Crazy.
What the fuck? That bitch fuck. Ugh. Come on, ho. Unlatch. Wait, is it the other way? How the fuck that hoe go? You trying to do that before you put that bitch in the car and then be way the other way.
You'll figure it out. He was in a lot of shit though, but fucking
I just remember him from that commercial, but I never knew where the fuck he came. I was like, that is an evil looking nigga.
He was
plays always like a bad dude.
Yeah,
you know,
and everything he plays
he got
is
a
always
bad
like a shout out to like Goodfellas, like
fucking,
some kind of mobster.
In that
villain,
movie with
something.
Seth Rogen and fucking, I think it was like Identity Report or some shit like that.
Minority Report?
I don't think I've seen that.
That's how you do it. How you pump everything back up? God damn. That's how you do it. Okay.
Make sure that bitch is.
Boom. Well, shots to him.
Yeah, good fellas.
R.I.P. to him.
Definitely up there.
Gone a little
on
too
the
soon.
list. I think he was in Blow.
Really?
Yes, he was the dad. Yep. He was the dad in Blow. He's been in a lot of shit. I can't even think about it. But when you said that, I was like, oh, yep.
Blow?
Yep.
It's my the movie Curtis Blow?
No, Blow with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I'm saying a movie by Curtis Blow. Was it about Curtis Blow? No. It was about damn, what's that nigga name?
The Joe Young or no?
I know who you talking about. I know the movie. I know you talking about the white boy.
Yeah, right.
What was his name?
Boston George.
Yep.
There you go.
There you go. No, that shit was that's what's up, man. Hopefully he live a long, happy life, man. Not long enough, 67, still too young. I'm trying to get to 100 out here. That'll be a cool time to die. 100 years ought to be decent.
Hell yeah.
Hydration is paramount.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
But it's been episode 76. I'd like to thank you for tuning in, stopping by. Make sure you checking out your local officials, who these police chiefs are and shit, man. Because like I say, this shit getting wicked out here. What I want y'all to do, make sure you also like, subscribe, share. Big on the share.
Comment. For sure.
Let us know what you thought. Answer my questions for me, please.
Did you get a bottle of Douce for Drew for his birthday?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I was trying to figure out who Mr. 817 was. I figured it was him, but he was commenting on the last on 67.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hit the notification bell. And as always, make sure, wait, I have been Rick Code.
It's your boy Dubz 817.
You already know it's the Chad.
And it is the Pull-Up Podcast. Again, episode 76. And I want y'all to always make sure you
Pull up.
pickety, fuck the police up. That way.